Good afternoon and welcome to yet another edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. Bringing you the news, I'm Harshni Pathirana.
And I'm Tinatha Ratna. Let's first take a look at your headlines.
News First headline.
14 companies interested in buying Litro revealed. 1,000 island-wide affected due to dry weather. Taiwan warns of Chinese Coast Guard boats again as tensions simmer. In sports, Shane Watson drops out of race to be Pakistan head coach.
In your top local stories, a total of 14 requests for expression of interest have been received from potential investors for the strategic divestiture of Litro Gas Lanka Limited and Litro Gas Terminals Private Limited. According to Sri Lanka's Finance Ministry, the government had called for REOIs on the 16th of January 2024, with the deadline for submission of proposals ending at 2 p.m. today. The REOIs received were considered by the opening committee appointed by the Special Cabinet appointed negotiating committee. The Finance Ministry said 14 REOIs were received from companies based in Singapore, India, Turkey, Thailand, United Arab Emirates and Malaysia. 4 local companies, including Love's Gas PLC, are among the companies that submitted REOIs. The REOIs will be evaluated by the Special Project Committee as per the special guidelines on divestiture of state-owned enterprises, approved by the Cabinet of Ministers in July 2023.
Meanwhile, due to the dry weather prevailing in the country, 4,751 people have been affected in various parts of the island. The Disaster Management Centre stated that 1,490 people in the Gampa and Kegol districts have been affected. Meanwhile, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board says that water is being provided to the areas of Dehiwala, Ratmalana, Moratua, Panadura, Wadua and Waskadua from time to time. This system is being carried out due to the increase in water consumption due to dry weather. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board also says that water supply to those areas is of low pressure. The board informs the general public to use water regularly. Meanwhile, the Kalutara District Disaster Management Centre has taken steps to provide water to Mathugama, Horana and Ingiriya using water bowsers.
And now we have more local stories coming up. The Met Department says showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in Sabaragamuwa province and in Kalutara, Galle, Mathura and Nur Elia districts in the evening or night. It says that mainly dry weather will prevail elsewhere of the island. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in Sabaragamuwa, Central and Uva provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts during the morning.
International news.
Taiwan said today that Chinese Coast Guard ships that entered its restricted waters near frontline islands close to China for a second day in a row as tensions simmer across the sensitive Taiwan Strait. Taiwan's Coast Guard said 4 Chinese Coast Guard boats on Saturday morning entered the restricted waters of Taiwan-controlled Kinmen Islands, which hug the Chinese coast. It said the Chinese boats stayed just over an half an hour after Taiwan authorities asked them to leave.
Sports news.
Now taking a look at your sports news for this hour, Shane Watson has been pulled out of the race to become Pakistan's head coach after being the PCB's preferred candidate. Watson, the former Australian all-rounder who coached Quetta Gladiators this season in the Pakistan Super League, was in advanced discussions over the last week regarding him taking over as Pakistan's limited overs coach. It is understood that he had seriously considered the offer after thoroughly enjoying his time in Pakistan during the PSL and was excited by the prospect of working with Pakistan's players. And that's a wrap of this hour's Yes 101's Visual Radio. Bringing you the news, I'm Harshni Pathirana.
And I'm Tinatha Ratna. Stay tuned for evening edition of Yes 101 Visual Radio.
Thank you for watching.